Well, our first attempt at running a smokeless load with that Gras 2005 bullet from Cast Bullet Engineering, it's a healed bullet. We ran into some leading. We got good results, we got good accuracy, and the sights were not too far off at 50 yards. But the leading is a problem. So what I decided to do is I found that the once fired cases still have a little bit of the neck. The bullet won't go in. So what we're going to do on this batch, and I'm going to try to work up a batch and get out here pretty soon, like maybe tomorrow if I get this done today. I'm going to deprime them and not full length resize. I'm going to use them as is. Same gun. You know, if I got to keep 20 pieces of brass just for the one gun, it's fine. Because like I said, the full length resizing, I was running into problems with lube dents, and you can see them on the brass. And I don't know if that'll just develop into cracks later on. So I'm using the Lee Universal Deprimer. I'm going to deprime them. I'm going to clean out the primer pocket and then just run the little neck expander down just to bump it to where I can push the bullets down by hand and seat them against the healed rim there. Then use my crimp die that I made from the 4570. So basically that's what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to just knock these primers out, clean the pockets, reprime them, and I'm not going to show you all of that. I mean, it's pretty repetitive. I think I made almost a 30-minute video on it. And give them a charge, and I'm going to use the lower charge, I think the 27.5, because it had almost 3 of the shots were the same velocity. So I'm going to use that charge, the 5744 I believe it is, whatever. Now I've had a bunch of people tell me that they don't like that powder much because when they used it they found it burns hot, shoots the bullet out fast. And you know, we were cranking a bullet out almost at 1400 feet per second. And I believe that's too fast. I forget, someone told me you're really not supposed to go over 12, and there's no gas check on these either. And people have suggested, well, change your alloy, make it harder, use a different powder. It doesn't really matter of making an alloy harder or heat treating them. I know a lot of people do that, and I'm not saying it's wrong. I've done it in the past. But what's happening is you're getting the blow-by. The bullet's not expanding all the way. The gases are going up in the rifling and melting the bullet, and that's what's causing the leading. A harder alloy, it might not melt as easy. They all melt around the same temperature. A hard alloy with a gas check is good when that bullet is right to the groove diameter, or actually 1/1000, 2/1000 over. Then it goes good, it really don't lead. Like in my Carcano rifles and that, you get very, very little itty bits of leading when you look with the bore scope, like way in the grooves, but nothing to where when you run a patch or something down there, lumps of it come out. And I'm using a very light, mild load with those cast bullets. So there may be something, this is too fast. So I'm going to show you at the end, I've got a trick I'm going to try. So I'm going to go through and do this, just load it, knock the primer out, clean the pockets, put a primer in, expand the necks, charge them, shove the bullets down, use my little special crimp die. And once I get 20 of these for the Gras done, then I'm going to show you something I'm going to try. And this is going to be, because the only other choices I got is to change the way I lube it, which I'm going to try here, or get a different powder. Try using a different powder and dropping the speed down maybe with it. Those are kind of the only options, but we're going to try one other thing here, and it involves lubricating the bullet a little bit different. and I'll explain that once I get the cartridges finished. We'll go to that. Okay, we have our Gras cartridge loaded exactly the way I did in the other video. Now, because like I said, we had a leading problem, to address it, what I have in this pot here on the hot plate is the old Lyman Alex and beeswax lubricant, which was like the standard back in the old days in the 70s. You put them brown sticks in a Lyman lubricator and pressurize it, and you get it to push through with no heat, without a heating element. It's an old-fashioned bullet lube. So what I did is I melted this down in a pot. I'm going to take the cases, and what I do is dip them in the molten lube up to the case neck, pull it up. There'll be a drop on there. And then I have totally encapsulated the nose of that bullet in that waxy lubricant. And I set it down in the reloading block to dry. Now I'm hoping that this extra heavy-duty lube coating on the nose of the bullet will help with the leading. It may not. It's just an experiment. It's just an idea. I got stuff laying around doing nothing, so I might as well try something with it. If this doesn't work and we still get leading, I probably would have to go with a high-tech bullet coat on this. You know, because I got the dyes, I can make the bullet, but to get it to where it doesn't lead, I may have to go with like a coating of some sort, not a powder coat. Yeah, you could try a powder coat with this, if that's what your thing is, if you like powder coating. But the high-tech lube, the only thing I don't like about it is you got to go on with thin coats, many of them, it takes forever. And I did try it in the 45 SOCOM, and I really don't know if it eliminates the leading. But we could go on the next experimentation with the high-tech bullet coat in this bullet. But for now, we're going to try some old school remedy. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to see what this does. Because if you look at the original Verndl ammo, it is coated. The bullet is coated with a heavy, waxy lubricant on there. So that's my next secret little trick here I'm cluing you guys in on. And hopefully I'll be able to get out tomorrow morning and give these a try and see what happens.